Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN.
We're learning a lot about each other.
It's Murr.
I'm the flower, Mr.
Maybe that's just me being a negative Packer fan, but
Pessimistic Polly.
there you go. Did you just call me Polly?
I did say Polly.
Yes.
I know it's been a while, but okay.
I know. Welcome back, Polly.
We are on our food tour for Molly Brown.
Love it. I'm
So-
a bottomless pit, too. just so you guys know, that is what my life has been lately since having the twins. I'm like, I cannot get full.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are live at Buck and Honey's in Sun Prairie. Matt Hamilton.
Yeah, we made it. I went to the Buck and Honeys in Fitchburg.
Yeah, all right. I don't want to mislead people. There's no Buck and Honeys in Fitchburg as well. There is a Buck and Honeys. And does Matt sound quiet to the rest of you? Because I can't hear him at all on my headset, but I can hear.
Now.
That's better. All right, so we are at Buck and Honeys in Sun Prairie. I am Jim Rutledge alongside the bejeaned jacket, Matt Hamilton.
Bejeaned.
Yeah, I don't know, bejeweled. I felt like saying bejeaned. I'm making Matt makes up words all the time. I'm making up words myself.
Wino.
Yeah. I literally, anyone I run into, I ask them, and then they laugh hilariously at the way Matt used wino. Molly Brown,
dork.
and Primetime Orsheim with you here at Buck and Honey's in Sun Prairie. So, one, they have Sun Prairie, Mount Horeb, Wanakee, Monona. So, obviously, a lot of great locations.
25% chance of getting it right.
A lot of great locations for Buck and Honeys. And there is a really cool kind of a bourbon tasting going on later today with Jay Henry, friends of the show. And that's exciting. Tom Anderson's going to be back a little bit later. We're going to have him on the show, and we can talk about how great Jay Henry and Buck and Honeys is. This is kind of, for the old heads, this is the original. Like, this is the flagship. We've been working with Buck and Honeys for a long time, and I remember coming out here back in the day when it was always worth the drive. But now that Monona is probably the one I go to the most, I haven't been to the one. I've been to the one in Mount Horeb. That one's great. My good friend Tyler at Simon Chevy in Mount Horeb. You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simon Chevy in Mount Horeb. I drive my big blue truck out there all the time, and I go, Tyler, where do you want to eat? Buck and Honeys. So, like, when we meet up and hang out and talk some sports and other things, it's Buck and Honeys in Mount Horeb. But I have not seen the Wanakee one. There's one Wanakee in the world, but it's far away. So I'm sure it's great.
Yeah.
but it feels like it's on the other side of the world.
Fair enough.
Now, thank God, Matt Hamilton, you didn't go to that one.
Yeah, I mean, again, I just assumed it was the one that was the most convenient for me.
Yeah, so where are you?
As player one in this world of people, and I'm player one, I just assumed it was working out.
I got to walk this through to everyone here that yesterday. And so we thought you were joking. So I'm going to set this whole thing up.
Yeah,
yesterday
no one answered.
you sent a text, and you're like, "Hey, north and south, which one are we going to be at?" Oh, the one in Fitchburg. We're like, "That's not a real location."
Yeah.
I said, I think the reply back was that doesn't exist. And so then today,
Also, as unhelpful as possible. Like, you're like, yeah, you could have been like,
well, because
there is no Fitchburg one, but I'm sure that the one you're thinking of is the one we're at.
Well, because
Verona.
Brian had already dropped a per my prior text. All the information you need is in the other text.
Yeah.
My last email.
So I didn't want.
Sassy
I didn't want
fellas.
to. I didn't want to defer you from going to do what Ryan suggested you do, which was go to the other chain and find out where it was. So today, I was not. By the time I got here and opened up my phone, I was told that you were at the wrong one. So when did you realize you were at the wrong Buck and Honeys?
Like 3:15, 3:20 when I texted
No,
Ryan?
not even 3:15. You texted me, I believe, at 3:20 when I was driving on my way here.
Well, no, I texted our group chat
You
at
texted our group chat and you said Buck and Honeys.
3:19.
You said Buck and Honeys, right? Monona, question mark?
I literally thought you
Yeah.
were kidding.
And then
I
I got no
respond-
response. Then I
No,
got
no.
Mount Horeb from Ryan, so I was like, I'll be remote.
Well, because, Matt, after yesterday's events, I'm like, oh, it's obvious he's leaning into the bit. This is a joke. He
No.
knows. He knows
It's
this
not.
time.
When I
where
ask
we're
a
at.
question, I am genuine.
Okay, well, now it's genuine because I figured that out pretty quick because as I'm driving my way over here, I start to see 2 texts in a row, not to the group chat from Matt Hamilton, just to me.
Just
so I'm
to
like,
you.
oh, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Something's wrong, or he's
Well, I
asking-
figured the other 2 clearly
And-
aren't answering me.
and
so,
just for
I'm not gonna
context-
bother them.
Correct me. Actually, when that timestamp, I was talking to Tommy. So he called me and was telling me, like, hey, you guys are all set up. I'll be back later. So I was busy. I don't know what Molly was up to. And Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong. Do you have a car that would ding like Bluetooth and tell you you're getting text messages, or like?
I do have that as an option. I wasn't using it at the time because
gotcha.
I was listening to Jason Wooley on KBN trying to get prepared for the show.
Gotcha.
I was listening to Tim Mastay.
Exactly. Yes, Tim Mastay on there congratulating Brad Norman on being pregnant with his wife. So, anyways, not Tim
I
Mastay's.
would not have said
not
that
Tim
more
Mastay's
awkward.
wife. Not Tim
You
Mastay's
said that
wife.
in the most awkward way possible.
Yeah, I don't
Brad
know.
Norman's not pregnant. His wife is
Right.
pregnant.
Well, they're
And
pregnant
Tim is
together.
not involved at all. But yes.
Yeah.
Tim was there to congratulate Brad and his wife on getting pregnant.
Look,
anyways,
Scalzi used to say all the time, I married Jim and his wife.
There
No,
you
you
go.
didn't. You were the officiant of our wedding. You did not marry us.
so anyways, while I'm listening to that, I see my phone blowing up with texts from Matt Hamilton being like, "Yo, you were kidding, right?" And then Matt calls me and goes, "You were kidding, right? Like it's not Mount Horeb." I'm like, "No, it's definitely not Mount Horeb. Like, why would it ever be Mount Horeb? That's like 40 minutes away."
We went up to Mount Horeb
It's 15, you're only 15 minutes away from Better Buying Experiences.
Is it really? Maybe from where I'm at, it's about okay. It's a little longer.
Depends.
from where
Yeah,
I'm at.
where in Madison?
Okay.
In Oregon, you're 10 minutes away.
All right. So and then at that point, I get the Matt goes, "It's Monona, right?" And I'm like, "No, it's Sun Prairie. We talked about it yesterday. We talked about it multiple times on the show yesterday.
We talked about fucking honeys.
And it's on your calendar.
We talked about it.
It is on
Fucking
me.
No,
honeys.
we talked about Sun Prairie.
We talked.
I
about
don't think. I mean, you're gonna have to go back and take a look
It's
at
on
it.
your. It's also on.
I'm going to live
team
by
calendar.
the fact that.
And I also run
team
our
calendar. Team calendar.
I also run our Jim, Matt, and Molly Twitter account, so I see who likes and who sees our tweets. And I know you liked and saw the tweet this morning that I put out.
Oh, you don't think I'm
saying our-
just doing like instinct likes on our own stuff
Well, instinct
without
likes.
reading?
But
Like
it
literally, I will like whatever you post from Jim, Matt, and Molly.
The tweet
I'm not gonna
literally
lie, I do the
without
same
reading.
thing.
Well,
I
that's
do the
fair.
same thing.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
for
appreciate-
sure.
We appreciate that.
That you guys should do that. That's being good teammates. But I would think
That
that
is
when,
neat.
when you
Good
like
teammates are
something
true.
that says "Catch us today from 4 to 6 at Buckin' Honey's in Sun Prairie," that would sink in somehow.
Well, no, because I didn't send it, and when I sent you the question, that was your cue to be like, Matt doesn't know.
So
but you
I
lean-
would have done like an emoji or something to show I was joking.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that was
So
a
I do
legitimate. Which Buckin' Honeys? Question mark. Monona? Question mark. No smiley face. No little ghost or anything. Like just that.
Well, Matt Hamilton, you're just such a funny guy. I always assume you're just joking.
Nah. Well,
all right. So
we made it.
on. So
There's,
when,
there's
what was,
no problem with this.
Well,
How fast did you drive here?
the speed limit.
All right.
Okay.
But so
It's not you, Mo.
there is. This is what I want. So when you found, because you were having a Coors Light, so you paid up and then you left because you sent a photo of to us that you were enjoying a Coors Light. So when you found out you were at the wrong one, what was your immediate reaction?
Well, I had already paid.
No, I just mean in general. Though when you were at the wrong one.
It was sass. It was
Oh,
sass. on the
it was
phone.
like classic.
So how much
better
we
than-
Classic
counted?
us or classic you? Like
Me.
you say
Me.
classic as if you're mad at us that you went to the wrong
That's what I'm
place.
trying to get at. Is that
I mean, little column A, little column B. Mostly column B. I'm mad at myself for not just knowing. I could have checked our email, but obviously that's something I don't do very often.
I can give a full reenactment of how he responded because I was on the other end of the phone and I know exactly how he responded.
all right?
He's
Get Matt Hamilton voice, please.
So, all right, prime time. You were kidding, right? Like, we're at Buckin' Honey's Monona. I was like, what? No, like, you're serious? Like, no, it's Buckin' Honey's Sun Prairie. We talked about it, Matt. And he goes, oh, well, all right, well, I'm at Monona. So, I'm going to be late. So, sorry, I'm not going to make show prep, but it is what it is. I'll be late. I'll be there at 4. I'll see you there.
You sound
Hang up.
you sound like Cartman from South Park.
Well, you know what?
I'm
A mad Matt Hamilton does give off a little bit of
Exactly,
Cartman
and
from
that's
South
what it
Park
was.
vibe.
It was a very dull,
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
It was a very dull, monotone voice, and I was like, you know what? Matt's mad. Matt is very upset about
I was
this.
just annoyed. I was annoyed.
Yes.
It's fine. We're here now. We're living the dream.
So when did you kind of circle in and be like, all right, this is probably mostly my fault? Like on the drive over, or like were you stewing?
The beginning.
Probably 2 minutes
Immediately.
ago.
What's
2
that?
minutes ago, he realized
Here's the
it was
thing.
his
I
fault.
can realize something is my fault immediately, but still be annoyed by it.
That's fair.
So, like when Ryan told me that, I was annoyed I didn't know. But like I genuinely didn't know.
But I do
did
wanna
not
ask-
pay attention to the tweet. I just liked it because I'm a good teammate. I'm not a good teammate because I don't check my email. Text me. You want to tell me something? Let me know.
So that's the thing. And so we have – this is what I want to ask because Molly and Ryan were trying to come up with plans to basically hold your hand. And
I love that.
So the question was, like, I want to ask this. This will be at Jim, Matt, and Molly. 844-770-3776 on the Carlos Talking text line. This is more. And our Siding Unlimited poll question around Matt Hamilton is – who's to blame when Matt Hamilton goes to the wrong location for remote? Matt Hamilton or ESPN for not telling him multiple times? Because
one time would have been nice.
I'm getting hit.
I should have checked the email.
you liked a
One
tweet
time the
in
day
it,
of.
and I've said it yesterday. So, like,
I don't think you did. I think you said we're at Buck and Honeys.
I know I said Sun Prairie to you because you were kind of sassy when I told you Sun Prairie because it's kind of a drive for you on the way back home.
I don't recall.
So
That didn't happen.
So Matt's here, Molly's here, Primetime Wollersheim is here. So
For now, I'm here.
well,
We'll see how long he stays.
Yeah, exactly.
and I want to get into the Packer news here, but as we are running up towards the end of the first segment here, again, chime in 844-770-3776 in the Carlos Talking text line. List is more. Who's more at fault for Matt going to the wrong location for remotes? Matt or ESPN Madison?
Oh, okay. I was going to say ESPN Madison or just ESPN overall. Like, is this Jimmy Pitaro's fault, or are we blaming Bob Iger? Are we going all the way to Disney?
I mean, Matt might. He might. So, also, speaking of Disney, you know how one reason you want to show up the right place all the time, Stephen A. Smith just inked a deal with ESPN, 5 years and at least $100 million.
Whew. It's pretty good.
He's getting
pretty
paid
good
more than, like, most running backs in the NFL per year.
This is
That's
utterly
crazy.
preposterous
Almost-
that I've even heard that.
Isn't it almost all of them?
Because
Because
Probably,
Saquon
yeah.
got top dollar at
41.20.
23 a year. That's the most a running back's ever been paid
that's crazy.
in the history of the NFL. So, like, there might be one other running back in the league that gets 20.
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously, like ESPN and media in general, they're not in the business of overpaying people. In fact, they're usually underpaid. So, like, he clearly, there's analytics and numbers backing up who, like, he brings in the viewers and brings in the attention. And at this point, and I'm only slightly kidding, to have a guy under contract now for $100 million for the next 5 years who might at least consider running for president is not the worst thing when you're at ESPN. Like, Stephen A. Smith is like number 4 in a lot of betting pools as far as someone who will run for president in 4 years.
That's a real
Not that
thing.
we'll have an election, but in theory, if we did, Stephen A. Smith is going to run. Yes, it's a real thing. He's toyed with it because he pops around on all different political shows too, on all different spectrums of politics.
Huh.
So
That's wild.
He is
That is
someone that
wild.
is like a dark horse to be like the outsider on the way up. Now, how far would he get? But again, publicity to ESPN and around Stephen A. Like, he knows the fact that Stephen A. Smith has lifted his brand from sports talking head to possible, at least in betting markets, possibility to run for president is truly astonishing.
That's wild. That's wild.
So my point is, I'm going to run for mayor of Oregon.
I was gonna say, I was trying to make a Jim Rutledge comp there. I couldn't think of something. So yeah, that's perfect.
I did see this happened in Chicago. There was an ESPN Chicago host who played for the Bears. And I can't remember which one it was. I don't think they're on anymore. But and it may not have been ESPN Chicago. But what it was is that he had to, whatever board or thing he was running for, he had to go off air because his opponent said it is an advantage even if he doesn't do anything political to be on air, which seems so antiquated now based off of like how other people have risen to prosperity by being outside of politics and doing their outside of politics things while they're running for politics. So like very antiquated, but this was like 15 years ago. And like back when we cared about, rules and mores and things like that they actually made him go off the air. Like, so it is wild. I don't think that's going to happen with Stephen A. Smith either if he starts running for president. But 5 years, $100 million for Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, for a reference, Christian McCaffrey, $16.2 million, Jonathan Taylor, $13 million.
And then we have TJ from the road chiming in on our talk and text line 844-770-3776. Less is more. Our signing limited poll question, who's more at fault for Matt going to the wrong location sometimes or not knowing what location we are on for remote? Matt or ESPN Madison? TJ from the road wanted to know, though, Matt, is this show related or does this happen in other areas of your life as well?
Mostly show related because the other people in my life know exactly what to tell me and how to do it.
Like, Molly, it wouldn't blow your mind if Jen, stapled, stuff to Matt's shirt on his way out the door. Like, Matt, here's what you're going to eat today. Here's where you're going to go. If you have any questions.
Oh, for sure. For sure. But here's the thing, is I almost feel like this is like a men/husband thing. And, Jim, maybe you're the outlier here, but my husband is very similar to you, that if I don't constantly say, for instance, hey, Tyson, our son, has a doctor's appointment today at 2 o'clock. I will have to tell him 5 times, and then if I tell him the day of, he's like, well, you never told me that. I'm like, nope, I've been telling you the last 5 days. And then it's like I still have to text him later in the day and be like, make sure you take Tyson to the doctor at 2 o'clock. It's the same thing. So I almost think that's a husband thing / male thing.
I'm in between on that. So, today, I definitely forgot that Rosie has a conference tonight, but also in my brain when it's at 7:15, I don't really have to do anything for it because I'm going to be home. So, a lot of times my brain will just cipher that out and be like, doesn't matter. I will be home anyways, whatever. Mm-hmm. But I did have a little panic because I'm like, well, we're in some prayer. I got to get home. So then all of a sudden, it still worked out, but I had a little bit of panic on it. So, even for today, if basically what I've done with my wife now is that if it is something that is in my workday that I need to, immediately, I'll pull out my phone. She'll get annoyed, but I'm like, I'm putting this in my calendar. So then I block because I will completely forget about it. But if it's on my calendar, I can't schedule something over it, nor can anyone else schedule anything over it. Mm-hmm. So it's there. Now, when she reminds me 2 days beforehand, I have no idea at all what in the hell she's talking about, but I put it in my calendar. So, that's the cover of it is that, and if it's outside of it, I get confused of what house they're going to for, or what weekend they have a sleepover or birthday party, things like that. Yeah, or I'll be surprised. Oh, where are you going, Rosie? Oh, you're going to friends. That sort of stuff will throw me off. And my wife handles, because she is a teacher, substitute teacher, so she also handles 90% of these things now. So,
True.
Rosie had a doctor's appointment today. Nola had to go to the ortho today. So, I didn't do any of those things. So, yeah. And all I had to do is remember to call Rosie in today. That was it.
And did you remember, or did you have to be told?
Oh, I was right there at the table. She said, can you call Rosie in? I said, yeah, sure, I'll do it right now.
Yeah, well, you had to be told.
Yeah.
But that's perfect.
Well, my solution for it is, if I can just do it immediately, then let's just do it immediately. That's kind of if I need to put it on my calendar, or if I can make this call right now, or if I need to do the thing, it's more of, let's just do this immediately. So even for stuff around the show, I will, if it's something that I need to know, then I will put it in my calendar, or it's already on there, but then it's now I can just live off of that. Mm-hmm. So it's not I'm much better, I just am better at using technology to help me get through the days.
All right.
Yeah, but
Fair.
men in general,
Fair.
yeah. My wife still gets, I can quote movies, not Ninth Roxbury, and I can quote random sports things. I can remember lyrics and all this kind of stuff from forever ago, but there are definitely things that are just out. Yeah, definitely. That's definitely, I think, a guy thing. 844-770-3776. Basically, you can ask the question, are you a moron? No, I'm just kidding. No, but that's basically what Molly presented, is that all men are idiots and incompetent. 844-770-3776. You just have to find ways to work around. Acknowledge the incompetence, fellas, and then find ways to work around it. Right, Prime?
Yeah, and just listen to the producer every once in a while.
Yeah,
Did someone say something?
Is Brian? Is he the planner of the show? Who's in charge?
I mean, if you want to be called the producer.
I mean, who plans remotes? Who oversees programming, scheduling at ESPN Madison? This all comes back to Jesse.
Actually, you know what? That's a good point.
Yes.
Jesse,
Fair.
thanks a lot.
Jesse is your boss.
There we go. Full
Thanks
circle.
a lot, Jesse.
Jesse sucks. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
James Imaging Systems, a 100% locally owned and managed Wisconsin business technology company. 20-year James client Daniel Bertelson, CEO at Remax Preferred.
Reliability and consistency are the key to any successful business, and for our networking and digital solutions, they've been that right along with us for all these years.
Local reliability and consistency has also had a positive impact for Baker Manufacturing. Purchasing Manager Jennifer Wilger.
It helps keep us efficient and productive, and we can keep our minds on what's really important, and that's taking care of our customers.
And Josh Gavel, Service Manager with Kirsch Appliance, also depends on the reliability and consistency of local service from James Imaging Systems.
Yeah, you get somebody that knows what they're doing, come in here and get it done in 5 minutes, and we're not having to take our time to do it.
Go with local. Go with James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Dinner just got easier and tastier. Pizza Hut's Ultimate Hut Bundle is here to save the day. Starting at just $24.99, you can get any 2 medium pizzas, 8 boneless wings in your favorite flavor, and your choice of cinnamon, cheese, or breadsticks with 2 dips. Feed the family or wow your friends without breaking the bank. The Ultimate Hut Bundle is only here for a limited time. Hurry in and order online today at pizzahut.com. The Ultimate Hut Bundle. Only at Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hey, it's Hunter Vaughn. ESPN Madison and Zimbrick Honda are celebrating the area's best high school sports stories with the Game Changers of the Month. Follow ESPN Madison on social media to see teams making an impact in their community. Nominate your local team today at ESPNMadisonGameChangers.com.
It's time for the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 100.5 ESPN.
Lillard's going to tee up a 3, and he splashes it through for the left wing.
Brought to you by Michelob Ultra, the official beer of the Milwaukee Bucks.
The Bucks scored 43 first-quarter points and led by 13 after one as they pounded a depleted Dallas Mavericks squad 137-97 at Fiserv Forum. A record-setting night for Giannis as the Greek Freak scored his 20,000th career point. Finished with 32 points in just 25 minutes of action to go along with 15 rebounds and 4 assists.
Here's a drive inside. Giannis goes, speaking of blow-bys, right past Powell to the cup. And with that bucket, Giannis cracks 20,000 points for his career, becoming the 52nd player in NBA history to reach that distinction.
The Bucks now a season best 11 games over 500 at 36-25. They welcome the Orlando Magic to Fiserv Forum on Saturday night.
This has been your Milwaukee Basketball Report on Madison's home for Bucks basketball, 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Michelob Ultra.
Summer is coming, and it's time to start thinking about your summer job. Jesse Nelson here. Madison School and Community Recreation is now hiring for many positions, including day camp and youth program leaders, support staff for individuals with disabilities, sports instructors and officials, and more. Full and part-time positions with daytime and evening hours are available. No matter your interest, schedule, or location, there's a position for everyone. At MSCR, you can make an immediate impact in the community and gain meaningful experience. Start your summer adventure today. Apply at mscr.org.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week, Marcus and Chris are joined by Bucks head coach Doc Rivers. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Yeah, it's over, I'm circling these boxes, got me brain and this hunger, I'm feeling something rotten.
Jim, Matt, and Molly continues live from Buckin' Honeys in Sun Prairie. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown. We are presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
I do have the power. You have the power to watch us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. You can see us here with the bacon wrap dates, cheese curds, and firecracker shrimp all in front of us. Fantastic stuff over here. What have you guys tried so far?
All of it.
I've tried all of it.
I have not had a date yet, so I got to get that in the next break.
I haven't had a date in years, Molly.
Didn't even put that together, but we all know why, Ryan.
You know what, Ryan?
Whoa. Do we?
Jeez.
Because I'm not a good texter, obviously.
No, it's because you're allergic to nuts.
That too. Yeah, the bacon wrap dates here at Buck and Honey's.
That's what we thought we were talking about.
Yeah, obviously.
You've
Yeah.
never had a date.
Yeah, I've never had a bacon wrap date.
Yeah, yes.
That's what it is. Because these bacon
You should
wrap
try
dates have almonds in them, and if I have one of those, I will die. So
maybe don't try it then.
Yeah. Everything else here is fantastic. The cheese curds, the shrimp here are delicious.
They're to die for.
They're
Do you have your EpiPen with you?
Always.
Then have a date. Then have a date.
Enjoy it.
So then have it. Oh, yeah.
It'll be her first
You'll be
date in
fine.
years.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's the ER trip is only what, $2,500, $25,000.
What, you have to get an ER trip in addition to the EpiPen? What's the point of the EpiPen?
The EpiPen is just like a temporary solution.
Oh, my gosh.
That gets you
Sounds
to the
like
hospital.
you could get just as far with a Band-Aid. Because that is all that is.
It
It's
is
a Band-Aid.
It is a $600 Band-Aid. Yes, that is what it is.
It's a really good date. I don't know if it's a $600 good date, but it's a good date.
Yeah.
Maybe wait until you know.
Lucky you, you can get it for much cheaper than $600 here at Buck and Honey's.
Oh, yeah.
Any of the Buck and Honey's, but especially here in Sun Prairie, where
especially
I
Sun
am at
Prairie.
right now, currently.
So I do want to get to someone at Buck and Honey's coming to Matt Hamilton's defense here. Again,
Let's
if you're-
go.
If you're just tuning in, Matt Hamilton went to the Buck and Honey's in Monona, which is a great location. Definitely the one I probably go to the most. So I
Close
get,
to my house.
Well, that's
Yeah.
where Matt's the center of the universe, so obviously that's the one that
Well,
Matt won.
again, I think the biggest thing is when we talked about tasting the bourbon after the show at Buck and Honey's.
Yeah.
For some reason, right next door, there's another bar
Yeah.
called the Tasting Room next
Yeah.
to Buck and Honey's, and I think I just associated the two together because, one, that's the one I wanted it to be at.
Okay.
It's because it's close for convenience sake.
Yep.
And two, you said tasting, and I think my brain just was like not paying attention. I was like, oh, yep, perfect, got it. I know which one you're talking about.
Rutledge is an idiot guy chiming in. What Matt is doing is called weaponized incompetence. This is all his fault. Maybe win a gold medal and coast the rest of the way like Matt. Joe Naboonies chimes in.
I have that thought like daily though. Like, if I only won a gold medal for curling, I could just be set for life.
I mean,
way
I'm
that you
not
are.
necessarily set for life,
No,
but
you
I'm doing
got-
okay.
You got things.
Yeah, I've got things going on. I don't know about set for life. Like, I'm still going to have to work a little bit.
You can still coast majority of the
Yeah,
way.
yeah, I'll coast
Well, so it
harder than
depends.
most
Matt
people.
has done a good job of coasting because I've said this before. There's a movie on Netflix about a woman who got into from speed walking, and she got like 2 gold medals. She had a couple medals, but she just lived a regular life. Nobody gave her a radio show, so she ended up just kind of being bored, and then basically created a coupon manufacturing like fake coupons and then selling them to people, and she made millions of dollars and went to prison for it. But
Okay, your life has panned out a bit better than fake
so it
coupon
doesn't
lady.
guarantee,
There's still time.
I just thought you were going to say that she's an extreme couponer now or something. I was like, okay.
No, she went to prison. So goals.
Yeah, exactly.
Joe Nabooni says people who say Post-it notes for reminders as an idea forget that more than one person has left the Culver's sticker on your side view mirror without noticing it for God knows how long. And the idea that we sometimes live in the Matrix, I swear, just today I saw like a YouTube post or someone on social media being like, tell me you live in Wisconsin without telling me you live in Wisconsin. It was the Culver sticker on the side view mirror there. So,
Amen.
Matt does have some more stories to tell on this. But weaponized, and I do want to hear, another story of Matt going to the wrong place. And again, one of the Buck and Honey's employees here said that they often get calls wondering which location someone's supposed to be at or which one's which or if they're the same restaurant. But weaponized incompetence, I don't know if your dad was like this or Molly yours or Ryan yours. It's all different generational, so I want to know that my dad was definitely someone that would, I guess you'd call the term now, weaponized incompetence. Like when my mom would leave, like she would, like every once in a while she'd go on like a girls trip, and my dad would then just like hang a garbage bag off of a chair and be like, we're not, like everything you eat is on paper and plastic. I don't know how to work the dishwasher. I don't know how, like he never did the dishes. He didn't know how to do anything. Like, so weaponized incompetence. He was never asked to do anything around the house outside of like the stuff he chose to do, which was like grill or mow the lawn or fix stuff in the yard. And like at my house, like, I got to do the dishes regularly, and there's a couple other things. But I don't have to do much, so I'm very lucky. Part of that is maybe I'm incompetent on different things, but I can vacuum. Like, that's pretty easy.
Good job.
And I can do the dishes, and then there's a few other random things that I need to change the sheets. Like, things that are simple, like either you did them or you didn't, and there's not a lot of ambiguity around getting them done. So those are like the few, and then pick up the dog crap in the yard. Like, that's my week. I'm not patting myself on the back for it, but it's I would say 100 times more than my dad ever did with like the daily household chores. So not so much on your current significant other, but on your parents, so we can involve Ryan. On your parents. You opened the door. I wasn't going to say anything earlier. You opened the door. Were your I would imagine this is dad's thing. Were your dads, did they weaponize incompetence?
No. I don't think so. Like, there was a division of labor for sure.
Yes.
My dad took care of most of the money stuff, so he would, like, pay the bills and take care of that stuff.
Same.
Mom would kind of deal with the day-to-day stuff, but my dad really liked to cook, so he'd cook. We had a rule in the house: if you cooked, you don't clean.
Oh,
okay.
Right. So if you're just the eater, then you don't have to worry. Then you have to clean up afterwards, but
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about cooking and prepping and everything.
That's a good rule, yeah.
I should try that with our kids.
No, but there was no.
That's kind of the rule in the house. Like my wife makes all the meals.
And then you clean it up?
Then the weekends I'll grill and stuff. So
Oh,
like,
see,
I'll handle the whole thing.
I'm just the lord of the kitchen. So I cook, I clean. But my wife,
do it all.
my wife is the laundry person. So like she takes care of all the laundry.
The laundromat.
It as like a fully fair split and division of labor. Yeah, she.
And that's
deals
how
with
our
laundry.
setup is. But like again, my dad would do stuff around the house and he would grill. He just couldn't do like the normal, like the stuff that I normally. It sounds like you obviously do your
Yeah.
own dishes and stuff like that. Molly, what about?
I remember my dad trying to cook hamburgers in the oven, and it literally almost started our house on fire. I remember that. So my dad did not cook. He would grill, and he would do, like, the lawn mowing and all that. But otherwise, like, my mom did pretty much everything. But I was just thinking, when I was gone this past week in Iowa, I came home, and my husband, I was like, oh, like, what'd you guys eat for dinner, like, while I was gone and stuff? He's like, we had frozen pizza the whole time. Like, I was gone for like 4 days, just frozen pizza.
Wow.
And it's not that he can't cook. He can cook. And I had all the babies with me and my mom because my mom came back from Arizona. So it's not like he was busy with all the babies.
Okay.
He had the 2 older boys.
Yeah.
All they did was eat frozen pizza. I'm like,
I wonder if he gave the boys the choice. What do you guys want for dinner?
Well,
Frozen
He
pizza.
did, but
again.
like he's an adult. So you got to be like, you got to have some.
but also the older one, like, the older one vocalizes, I can only eat frozen pizza maybe once a week, probably only like once every 2 weeks. The younger one could eat pizza all day, every day. But, like, yeah. So I feel
Interesting.
like that was a little bit something.
How young?
12.
12? Oh, yeah.
He's a
12
very
year old,
picky eater, too. So that's also a thing. But
Fair enough.
Ryan.
Growing up, I remember my dad honestly doing most of the work. He would really kind of sit behind while my mom was on the phone, or making dinner and becoming too overwhelmed with everything, and then getting mad at my dad for something. But I would say in general,
tell us your childhood trauma.
Do you need to
Yeah,
lay,
a little
do you
bit.
want to? Do you want to lay down?
well, I could. I mean, just lay
Pull
down
up
on
a
the
couch.
table. Yeah, just turn into a really different remote broadcast.
Amen.
But no, I would say usually my mom would make the dinners. The whole family would help out, chip in a little bit here or there, set the table type thing. And my dad would typically be the one who would do the dishes afterwards. It was more like whoever was available would do the laundry. It was a real fluid chore arrangement, I would say, around my house. But it was more so trying to get me and my brother to actually do our chores was the biggest battle.
Yeah, my kids aren't quite there yet to be able to do helpful chores. Because I will.
Weaponized incompetence.
Kids weaponize incompetence.
That is weapon. I don't know how to do that, Dad.
Well, I honestly-
time to learn, young buck.
I think some of it is my wife's like, you do so little here, and the stuff that would be given up would be the things that I do. Like,
well, for sure.
The kids can get old enough to make the beds. Like Rosie now, I
Find
make
the
her
dog
make
bombs in the backyard. That is like should be chore number 1 that you teach
the
them.
dishes too. Like Rosie can handle the dishes.
Okay,
Once a month.
Your
she'll-
youngest can handle
She can
finding
sweep.
dog do.
Yeah, you don't want to put 8-year-olds and dog. Like, honestly, there's a million
It
things
just
that can
sounds
happen.
like more of a mess for Jim.
Probably not, but like, she's
Get a
8.
little
She,
pooper scooper.
right,
she's
but
fine.
she's 8. She's walking around. She gets on her feet. She steps in like they're just 8-year-olds. Sometimes they're locked in. Sometimes they're God knows where.
Huh. Yeah,
Matt.
you know what? I'm going to defer. I'll defer to your expertise.
Just
but
look
that
at how
seems
old are
like an easy job.
How old are you?
36.
Sometimes 36-year-olds are here, and then sometimes God knows where.
Yeah, Matt, like I would not
Yeah, but you know what? Like, here's the thing.
you can
when
pick up
I
poop.
go pick up poop, if I step in it, I got to deal with it.
True, but if she steps in it, I got to deal with it.
Yeah.
I got to then clean it and the whole thing. Not that it's. I get
That's
what
how
you're
they
saying.
learn, Jim. That's how kids learn.
Maybe I'll roll her out. It was like the
I was
winter.
a big fan of. My parents were big fans of like throw them in the pool, see if they swim.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It tracks.
Wait, the dog poop?
Huh?
The dog poop?
A pool?
You said throw it in the pool. Like he's saying, did you throw
Throw
dog
them in the
poop
pool, see if
yeah.
they swim.
Yeah.
All right.
See if it swims.
Well, we'll get to the Packers on the other side, but Matt, you had one more story of incompetence for you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know if it's incompetence or just classic miscommunication or.
Yeah, I'm just spinning it. Go ahead, tell your story.
However you guys want to interpret this one, there was like I donated like a round of golf or something.
Okay.
Kind of thing,
I know
right?
this one. Yeah, this is a
and
good story.
somebody won it, and they're like, "Well, we should play at my country club." I was like, "That'd be great. I would love to go play golf." I'm like, "Where are we playing?" He goes, "North Shore Golf Club." North Shore Golf Club. So I start typing into my phone, and this is like weeks in advance.
Yeah.
North Shore, and one of the first things that pops up was Country Club in Milwaukee. Not, I think, Menasha or Appleton. I said, great, it's only like an hour or something from my house. No big deal.
Yeah.
You set the tee time, let me know when. Anyway, yeah, tee time set. It's a weekend round. I'll be there. I show up because I wanted to, like, make sure I felt like they got their money's worth of, like, hanging out and telling Olympic stories and whatnot. And I show up like an hour 15 early.
Okay.
And I call him. I'm like, hey, I'm here at the country club. He's like, we're here too. Like, where are you at? I'm like, I'm out front by the, like, not a fountain, but like the flower center of like a cul-de-sac thing, right?
Yeah.
He's like, we don't have one of those here. I'm like, I am at North Shore Country Club. He goes, North Shore Golf Club? I said, North Shore Country Club. North Shore Golf Club was in Appleton. I was in the north side of Milwaukee, or near Appleton.
Because you and I, then the story, Matt's told
It's
the story
the
in
North
front of me.
Shore of Lake Oshkosh.
Okay.
Or Winnebago,
Lake
I mean.
Winnebago, yeah.
Winnebago,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know why I just let that slide, knowing that it was Winnebago.
Yeah, it was the North Shore of Lake Winnebago. So, yeah, I called him back. I was like, hey, I'll be there in 2.5 hours. See if you think you can push the tee time, and he said no problem. It ended up being a really great time. Had some fun. Had some cocktails after. Like, it was a great time. But, yeah, a big, huge miscommunication, like weeks setting up. And
did you ever get like an email confirmation saying like, here's your tee time? The guy like forwarded to you?
No, just
like,
through text
nothing?
message, yeah.
So,
but I can't blame him. He literally, like, I looked at the text. It said golf club, not country club.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the other part, Matt, when you and I golfed there, because you told a story when we actually ended up golfing, was that the first time you actually then golfed at North Shore?
Yes,
Country
it
Club?
was. That was the second time I've been there. First time I played it.
It was me, Scalzo, and Steve from UW Credit Union, and Matt Hamilton. Nice course, though.
Great course. Yeah, I was really stoked to play. I was really excited to play it the first day I showed up there, and didn't work out. But we went back, and I actually played pretty good. Shot in the 80s. Yeah, we had a good round of golf there.
Yeah.
So
it was just a long time coming. Brandon in Tulsa chimes in, weaponized incompetence is such an appropriate description here, but don't feel too bad for Matt. I've listened to Wildy and Tausch long enough that Mark is fully guilty of this, too.
Must be the star of the show kind of thing. You know, like the A-listers.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Must be an A-lister thing.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Hey, I'm going to sleep fine no matter what.
All right, we'll get to our main signing limited poll question, I swear, on the other side. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
We don't speak about her.
about rivals.
We are not rivals. Yeah, me and Kay are not on the same level in the same sense that Matt thinks that the Bears and the Packers aren't on the same level.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, ESPN Madison on YouTube, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Hi, it's Eric from Canopy Wealth Management. Our years of experience have prepared us to guide you through your life transitions. Our local professional team brings over 90 years of collective experience in the wealth management industry for the benefit of our clients. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started on your financial future today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Look what we have here. It's the refreshing deliciousness of a Pepsi mini can. It's the perfect complement to any meal. The dash of indulgence your day was dreaming of. The sip that'll have you singing Pepsi.
Nope, not again, Steve. Let's take a cue from the Pepsi mini can and pack all that awesomeness you're feeling into a much smaller treat for everyone. Deal?
So, big awesomeness, smaller size. I think I've got just the thing.
Pepsi mini can. Mini can, big taste.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. If you're looking for a place where you can better yourself while having a wonderful atmosphere, you have it at the Princeton Club. Strong communities, strong body, and strong mind. All it takes is one small step to start today. You will see that you have everything you need in order to achieve all of your goals. Find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. 8 Madison locations where you go in there, you take a tour, and you realize this is a place for me. Find more at PrincetonClub.net.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Trax.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Panic strikes as you realize on Wednesday that Thursday is your anniversary. The reservations being secured.
We'll see you at 8.
The gift being purchased. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with early pay up to 2 days early on direct deposits. So even though they call you Last Minute Lisa, we'll make your last minute scrambling a bit easier. You've got this with early pay from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
You got a reaction. You got a reaction, didn't you? You took a one orchid. You took a one orchid and turned it blue. Something better than nothing.
Jim, Matt, and Molly continues live from Buck and Honey's in Sun Prairie. We have you till 6 o'clock enjoying ourselves here. Coming up next, there'll be a girls' sectional semifinal. Kettle Moraine versus DeForest. Jesse Nelson, Dennis Semra on the call. You can see that on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. You can see me, Matt, and Molly Brown on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream again here at Buck and Honey's in Sun Prairie. He's Matt Hamilton, Molly Brown. I'm Jim Rutledge, and Primetime Warsheim is here as well. And I want to get to a football Packers-related question. And all day, whether it's the DK Metcalf news or other things popping up throughout the day of, Trey Hendrickson from the Bengals. He's now allowed to seek a trade. Your guy, Christian Kirk, traded for a 6th-round pick. It does add to my theory that 7th-round pick. Sorry, it does add to my theory to the Texans. So from the Jaguars to the Texans, some symmetry there. The two, they came in the league at the same time. But anyways, I would say that some of these players, if you want them, you might not be able to wait for them to get cut. I think a lot of teams are jumping in with those 6th, 7th-round picks to be like, you know what, I will trade a late-round pick to not have to fight with someone else or guarantee this person's going to be on my team. So again, it goes back to the Packers might have to.
Don't you have to deal with someone's contract in that?
Well, again, the Packers have room to absorb it, and then you could rework it when they get there. But I'm guessing, I don't know off the top of my head.
Kirk one kind of surprises me because he must have had been paid up front.
Yes, I'm sure he has no money left.
That contract was wild. At the time, I think he was the highest paid wide receiver in the league.
Yep.
For a minute of the offseason.
Yeah, but that was, he signed that probably 3-4 years, maybe 5 years ago. It's been a while. He's been in Jacksonville.
Yeah, it was basically the Mike Conley situation, where it was the salary cap had exploded that offseason, and then he got paid, and he was the first wide receiver to get the contract.
Yeah, but you're right, Matt. I'm sure there's a lot of dead money in there. Even both the guys the Bears traded for, they're probably going to extend Thuney, but the other guy they traded for, it's basically a one-year deal, and they can just move on afterwards.
Right.
But that way they didn't have to wait around for him to get cut and try to sign him, and then it could have been a longer – like a lot of times you're trading for a guy, it's like, all right, yeah, it's a big number up front. We can manage it for a year, and now it's not a long-term commitment. And if we do like it, we can spread them out a little bit or figure it out. So that could be on the table, but I wanted to flip it. And this is going to be our Siding Unlimited poll question. And you can chime in on the Carbos Talking text line. List is more, 844-770-3776. The question I want to ask is, which Packers player currently would have the highest trade value? So ESPN, or actually when Bill Simmons, now with The Ringer, but he did this on ESPN, he does it with The Ringer, would do the NBA trade value, like he would do an annual ranking. And some of it makes sense, but some of the more vet players might be lower down the list because age, contract, positional value, all those sorts of things. What's it?
What vets?
Like I'm talking the NBA.
Oh, I thought you were talking like the Packers. Like their vets are.
I was
we don't have
explaining.
any.
I was explaining how the NBA one worked. So in this case, factoring all those things in, and we'll come up with a list here and we'll poll it with like our top options. But I do want to ask. We can work together right now, and you can chime in 844-770-3776 and the Carbos Talking text line. List is more. Our Siding Limited poll question: which Packers player has the highest theoretical trade value?
I mean, Jordan Love has to be on this list.
He does
just
have to be on the
'cause he's a
list.
quarterback.
He's got a massive contract.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that massive contract is really going to be in the eye of the beholder of how much do you trust Jordan Love's going to get better? Is he someone that's system agnostic? Can he play in a non-Packers, Rams? It's a very common system, so a lot of teams carry it, but could he play in a different system? He's been in one system his entire life. So does he have the ability to pick up a different one and be as good in it? Could he be better in a different system? Like, all these things are going to be questioned out there. The contract being a top 2 or 3 contract for the position and probably not being a top 10 QB at the position does affect it some. But he definitely has to be on the list, without a doubt.
I feel like another one is, I don't know. See, the only thing that I'm second-guessing on this one is just because he's a running back, but Josh Jacobs, just because the year that he had.
Right.
The upside that he looks
the
like he's
problem
going to
is
have.
even though Saquon got paid, there was the whole scuttlebutt last year was running backs are replaceable.
Well, for years now. It was about a 4 or 5 year run. Yeah,
but it seemed like it was very obvious in conversations last year because they're talking about the Saquon move and how it was such a big deal. Derrick Henry moving, getting paid, like big deal because a lot of teams just let the running. So like that's part where I would. Even though Josh Jacobs was a field tilter for the Packers, that would be my only reservation that maybe he wouldn't be as valuable as a Jordan Love. I think maybe a Xavier McKinney though.
Well, let's get so we can get to McKinney because I think he should be on the list. But we can look at contracts. The one thing that would work for Jacobs is that they can get out. The dead money, money will start to fall off. And actually, the potential out is right now, which I don't think the Packers can get out of. But right now, they could get out of it with only $10 million. They would save $14 million in cap and only have so they would save a good chunk of change in cap space there and dead money. So there is outs, and a lot of the money for Jacobs was paid up front. So that might add to his value because again, at 28 or 26. Now you're starting to look at all right, he'll be 27 this year. He's 26 last year. He's 27 in this year. So now you're like, well, running backs, you kind of start taking it year by year after 25. So his contract does play out like that. But I think you're right that it's probably not as much as Jordan Love. McKinney is another one that's interesting. His play would bring a lot. But and then positionally, I don't know where exactly, and Prime, you can chime in on this too, but where exactly the safety position lands as far as premier. You're usually looking pass rusher and corner.
Pass rusher, corner, wide receiver, probably, and quarterback would be the most valuable positions for sure in any trade value chart. I think Xavier McKinney makes about $17 million per year. He's one of the higher paid players at his position. And like Jim said, it's not a position of necessary value or premier position in the NFL. And I think that at that position, most teams consider it that similar to running back, actually. There's probably a handful, maybe 3 to 5 guys who are true impact difference makers at the position who would be worth maybe giving up a first-round pick for, especially guys who are already at their second contract and already making a ton of money. I think the fact that he's already on a large contract definitely deters any team from wanting to trade for him because while you're trading for him and giving up a pick, you're also taking on a larger salary. You're basically signing a free agent and giving up a pick.
His cap hit this year is going to be $17.8 million. So, I mean, he's definitely one it's worth putting up. You want to start with the best players. Edgerrin Cooper, because he's going to have no cap hit. I don't know exactly what it is.
3 years of team control. Yeah.
3 years of team control, very little cap hit. He was already a second-round pick. You might be able to spin that production second-round pick into a late first.
Start trading first, contract players, immediately?
Yeah, I don't
think there's any rule on when you can trade players who are rookie contracts. I believe you can't start negotiating with them until after their third season. But I believe trading, there's no
to
rules.
re-up their contracts.
Exactly.
But you can still
an extension. Yes,
wheel
exactly.
and deal them.
Yes.
Ryan, our psychedelic advisor, chimes in. Let Molly know you guys saw me in person, and I'm not as crazy as you might think. Ryan, we did share that photo with Molly and social. She liked it, so you are not crazy, Ryan. We're actually surprised how normal you look there. Then he also says Jordan Love, mostly because he's the quarterback. I believe the second one would be running backs. Like Josh Jacobs.
I will say, I looked back at the Christian McCaffrey trade when he was traded from the Panthers to the 49ers, and the 49ers gave up a 2023 second, third, and fourth round pick, along with a fifth round pick. And that's for Christian McCaffrey, who at the time was far and away the best running back in the league and one of the top 10 players in the NFL, probably.
Yeah.
So to be a running back and to get a good trade haul, you have to be really setting yourself
And we
apart.
did talk about this with Jacobs. His yards per carry is pedestrian. He is a good workhorse guy. He is a back that I think is best used with a complement that the Packers running game I think will truly take off if Marshawn Lloyd blows up if they get another guy. So then Jacobs is not having to do he'll be more effective the less he's used. But also the idea of he's never been a massive yards per carry. He's more of not a goal line guy, but he's not Saquon Barkley. He's not in that category. He's not in Derrick Henry category. He's in the category below it.
Wears him down and then will gash him for a good one.
Yeah, but then he's below average in yards per carry for his career and last year even. So
he's like a lot of classic Badgers running backs, I would say.
Yeah,
almost ground and pound.
Like Monte Ball with the Badgers.
Yeah,
would be like Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is good. It's not the premier. Like when we have the conversation about the Badgers, it's Melvin Gordon, Jonathan Taylor, Ron. And Jacobs is good, not elite. So it's probably that fourth round pick, something like that.
I think maybe a third round pick if you can sort of trick a team.
What about Pro Bowler Rashawn Gary?
Pro Bowler Rashawn Gary for $27 million a year.
Andrew chimed in with Jaden Reed.
Yeah, I think he should be on the list. It's 2 more years of his rookie contract as well.
Am I crazy for thinking Brandon McManus? I mean, every team wants a kicker.
Yeah,
he
but
missed
the value of him.
But he missed 2 kicks this last year.
One huge kick.
Yeah, one in the playoffs.
Age for him, too, does impact his trade value.
But I don't know. I think it could be worse.
We could get rid
What
of
is your obsession with kickers, Molly?
We can get rid of him to free
Kickers,
up
who
number
else is there?
17
No,
for
you
Devontae.
your whole, it's easier for the Pack.
Gotcha.
You're famous.
I like to think about the less thought about positions.
I gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Can I also say another less thought about position, but one that is still valuable and I think teams do give up capital for is Daniel Whelan. Punters, of course. Offensive lineman. I think Zach Tom is still on his rookie contract.
Yeah.
I think if our team wanted a really solid, possible Pro Bowl upside left tackle or guard, Zach Tom is a guy who would be really valuable in the trade market.
Walker, too, probably.
Rashid Walker?
Yeah.
I think it would be far less than Zach Tom's, but I think Rashid Walker's would be solid.
I mean, he was a 7th rounder, so maybe you get like a 5th or 5th or 4th. He might not jump too high.
I mean, Zach Tom was a 4th round pick, but the way he's played, I could see a team be willing to trade a 2nd round.
No, I can see again. Tom starts at a higher point, so I agree with you that because Walker's a 7th rounder, you might only be able to get so high. With him,
maybe. I mean, there could be a conversation for Elton Jenkins, maybe.
Yeah, Elton Jenkins popped up. Rashawn Gary at $25 million cap hit.
Probably ain't it.
Yeah, never hitting double-digit sacks in his career.
Well, he was close this year, right?
What are we, hand grenades, horseshoes
No,
here?
I'm just trying to hype Matt up.
Yeah, he was.
I'm just trying to hype Matt up.
Yeah, he's been close to pressure. They've added extra games and he still can't do it.
Good job, Matt.
Yeah.
Wasn't he your guy?
Oh, yeah.
Was he ever really your guy?
I thought he was.
Because he was already
You've talked
there.
about him enough.
Yeah, I guess this was before we started establishing your guys. You just always defended him, but yeah.
Yeah, I always liked
If you want to claim his ass, That's fine. No,
I guess speaking of guys who are now Matt's guys, and maybe his trade value's gone down since Matt claimed him as one of his guys and put the curse on him. But Tucker Kraft probably should be in this conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Very much so, yeah.
He's got 2 more years left of his rookie deal. He was a 2nd round pick. Or he was a 3rd round pick, actually. Luke Musgrave was a second-round pick.
Yeah.
He would have a decent trade value right
He's
now,
probably
I'd
a
say.
year away, but I agree. Because he showed some flat. Again, we all have to, as fans, we all are going to hype a little
but
bit.
I think you'd get at least his trade position.
Yes,
back.
yes.
A third-round pick, maybe even a second-round pick.
So I think Jordan Love, absolutely on the list. I think Cooper should be on the list because there's a shot from being a second-round pick to get a first. I think those two guys have opportunity to get a first-round pick.
Yeah.
I like your Tom.
Zach Tom or Elton Jenkins. I don't know. Who do you think would have more value? I think Tom just because he's
Offensive.
cheaper. And
Everybody wants to protect their quarterback.
Well, no, Elton Jenkins or Zach Tom. Which offensive lineman?
Yeah, I'm going to go. I still think it's Zach Tom because of the rookie contract.
Yeah,
Elton
okay,
Jenkins is
okay.
getting paid pretty well.
Yeah.
Right? And then he's got to.
Yes, he is. He got an extension. I believe he was the second highest paid guard in the NFL or top around there. Top 5 for sure. So, yeah, he's making a good chunk of change right now.
Yeah.
Reed, I think, should be on the list here.
I think Jaden Reed has to be on the list.
That one would break my heart, though, if this was real.
Andy and Madison chimes in. Trying to factor in each player's contract is way too advanced for your audience. Andy, you're part of our audience.
I know it's
He's just claiming it's too advanced for him.
Well, I want to have a little bit of
Well, too advanced for me,
before
too, if I'm
before we
speaking
set
bluntly.
this, right now we have Reed, Tom, Jordan Love, and
Edgerrin Cooper.
Riley, do you have a case for anyone else, or are you okay with this?
No, I'm okay with that.
Alrighty. Dynamite drop in there. Broadcasting school really paying off.
Come on.
All right, that's our Saturday Unlimited poll question. Which of these Packer players has the highest theoretical value? Jordan Love, Jaden Reed. Then you have, what do we have? Edgerrin Cooper.
And Zach Tom.
All right. And Zach Tom. That's 844-770-3776. That's the Carbless Talking text line. This is more our Saturday Unlimited poll question. Which Packers player of these that we're listing has the highest theoretical trade value? Jordan Love, Jaden Reed, Edgerrin Cooper, or Zach Tom? This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, live from Buck and Honey's.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Who just Who was that?
That was Molly.
Okay.
Molly's a snorter, and she makes weird noises when she laughs.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, ESPN Madison on YouTube, and Wisconsin On Demand. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank, with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at starionbank.com. Member FDIC. Top-ranked Wisconsin women's hockey approaches final face-off weekend in the WCHA tourney. Mark Johnson seeing huge benefits as the Badgers prepare for NCAAs. His words, audio courtesy Badger Athletics.
That's why I like our tournament. You know, if you can get to that second game, it can help you because we're going to get another game after this weekend. We know that's an opportunity just to be free and play and enjoy the experience, and whatever way it comes out, can it help the next one?
A 1 p.m. Friday puck drop between Wisconsin and Minnesota Duluth.
Get 0% interest for up to 6 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Our team installs year-round, so why wait? Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Hey, it's Jesse Nelson. I'm here with Nikki. She has also worked with the team at Madison Weight Loss. Nikki, you look great. Tell me how much weight you've lost and how long it took.
I lost 28 pounds in the first 8 weeks. And since then, I've lost another 7 just with staying on the maintenance program. So 35 total.
That's incredible. What changed about your health with the weight you've lost with Madison Weight Loss?
Before I started with this program, I had entered prediabetes. I had gotten my first high cholesterol reading at the doctor. All of those things normalized 8 weeks, no problem.
And what kinds of things can you now do that you couldn't before?
For the first time in my life, I feel like I'm able to eat healthy and eat the junk food I love at the same time without going off the deep end.
What would you tell someone who is like you and thinking about losing weight with Madison Weight Loss?
Oh my goodness, please don't wait any longer. To anybody listening who has ever even thought of it, just do it. You don't have anything to lose except a whole lot of weight. In a very short amount of time, you're going to feel like a new person.
Schedule a free consultation at MadisonWeightLoss.com.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs, with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Ben Brust here to tell you about Zimbrick European. They're Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, and certified pre-owned. But the best part is I've been working with them since 2018, and the evolution has been a 2-door, a 4-door, and now it's time for an SUV. My life has changed, and it's changed with Zimbrick European. Being a dad has made it really important to have the comfort and the safety that the SUV will bring me. Again, Zimbrick European off the Beltline at Rimrock Road. Of course, I found the sexiest car on the lot. Check them out.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Jim, Matt, and Molly continues live from Buck and Honey's in Sun Prairie. Just got a chance to see Tommy over here, so we're going to have him join the show in a little bit. Matt Hamilton, Molly Brown, Jim Rutledge with you. I was remiss. I got to give away some High Life, so I'm going to give away some High Life here in a minute, but ready to live the High Life at home? Well, now is your chance. Miller High Life is giving one lucky winner the ultimate backyard dive bar experience. It's a cabana complete with classic bar vibes, neon lights, and, of course, plenty of High Life. To enter, just order a Miller High Life at any participating dive bars in the Madison area and register with the link to the Miller High Life Backyard Dive Bar giveaway. Get a ticket to Dive Bar for Glory at your local watering hole, like Shack Bar and Grill, Mountain Vernon Tap, the Wisco, and the Keg in DeForest. So caller number 3 is going to get a case of High Life. 844-770-3776. Caller number 3 is going to get a case of High Life. 844-770-3776. We do have a Siding Unlimited poll question. Which of these Packer players would have the highest theoretical trade value? Jordan Love, Jaden Reed, Edgerrin Cooper, or Zach Tom. We had Andrew chime in, and Love is high on the list because of QB. Sadler said he wants to throw in Jair Alexander. I understand that. I think the Packers want to throw in or out Jair Alexander, but I don't think it's going to be a high trade value. He's going to. I think Packer fans are going to be a little bit shocked at how little the Packers get for Jair.
I don't think Packer fans are. I think we're pretty aware of how low his value. That would be decent at this point.
He hasn't played a full season in 4 years, maybe?
I believe so. Yeah, he's played 18 total games over the last 2 years.
Yeah, since he hurt his collarbone against the Steelers. I will never forget. Yeah. That's when everything started to go downhill for him.
Najee Harris's knee really ended a great career, or derailed a great career. I
think derailed is probably the way to look at it, because I don't know about you guys, and I've seen this has happened to my team too. Of he just seems destined to be the guy to go somewhere else and bounce back and be productive.
See, I could see that for about half of a season, and then I think he would drop off and just be the Jair that we've known as of late.
See, I think that's wildly unfair. I think it's a Green Bay problem. They don't know how to work with players like Jair, and they don't have anyone in that locker room that can lock in Jair. And so it is a Green Bay Packers problem. If he goes to, let's say he goes to the Philadelphia, I think he's not I think he fits in immediately. He's not a problem at all.
I think more than being a problem,
or
it's
Ravens.
Just, can somebody else in that locker room help keep him healthy? Because
health is a different thing. But Molly's intimating he'll be a problem. I think the Ravens.
Okay.
No.
I meant by his actual play.
Okay.
Not him in the locker room or anything like that. No.
Okay. All right, so you can chime in on those options as well because, yeah, I do think Jair gets a little bit of a bad rap because I think the Packers do not have a reputation of being able to handle players with Jair's personality.
I think injury history is probably the bigger issue for his trade value.
Yes, I agree with you. Yeah,
I think there's a really good likelihood that he ends up just being a post-June 1st cut, and they just try to save a little bit of cap space by moving on from him early, going into free agency. If they get any pick for him at this point, I'll be pretty happy. I'll feel okay about it.
Right now, 57% or 59% of you say Jordan Love, 11% of you say Jaden Reed, 15% of you say Zach Tom, and Edgerrin Cooper gets 15% as well. We will actually on the other side. I want to play a little Tinder time with the top 25. Molly's a little too excited.
Ryan's
about that.
favorite game.
The way you reacted to it, Molly, sounded like your favorite game. But we will play that on the other side with. I'm going to give you the top 25 free agents, and you guys can swipe right or left on it. Someone's going to have to refresh my memory of which is good and which is bad. It's Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
This is former Wisconsin linebacker Chris Orr. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station on Wisconsin.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. My name is Riley Yauk, and this is your Sports Center update brought to you by Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. It's a girls' basketball sectional semifinal tonight when the Badger Large Conference champion Wanakee Warriors face off against Kettle Moraine. Coverage starts at 6:30 with tip at 7 o'clock on 100.5 ESPN and live video streaming free on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Last night, Giannis Antetokounmpo became the 6th youngest player in NBA history to reach 20,000 points. Bucks head coach Doc Rivers said afterwards that we still don't hear enough about the Greek Freak's greatness.
I hear about everybody else, and I don't hear enough about what Giannis is doing. You know, the year he's having, he's having a career year this year. And it's in some ways, at least I feel like it's going unnoticed. I mean, you can put his numbers up against anybody in the league this year. You really can. Then when you factor in that he plays on both sides of the ball as well, to me, he's like Groundhog's Day. He does it every day, same thing.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's gonna swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN.
We're learning a lot about each other.
We got Homer, Matt Hamilton.
Yeah.
We have
pessimist Molly.
No. Realist.
And then contrarian.
Total.
Jim Rutledge here.
I wouldn't say I'm a wino by any means.
That's not really the term. But
Yeah.
All right. Wino?
No, wino's like somebody that likes wine.
Maybe you're just not hip to the jive like us young cats, right, Molly?
And to be fair, it's a corked door.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
Hour number 2 of Jim, Matt, and Molly continues live from Buck and Honey's in Sun Prairie, Matt Hamilton. I was setting it up for you.
I was like,
we are presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue enough to do.
And that's Crush, a Coors Light. We're famous.
I see that now.
I do have the power. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream as well. I'm not in this anymore. They just moving the camera and everything.
Okay.
There we are. The driver of the show, not the star.
Of the show were in it.
Yes, the stars of the show were in it. Congratulations, Corey and Madison. He won a case of High Life. And again, thanks to everyone that wins because you've been doing such a great job of picking it up. Our friends with Miller High Life are like, we'll continue doing it. So,
love it.
Keep on picking it up, and we'll continue to be able to give it away. 844.
If you don't, I got your back. I'll take care of it.
844-770-3776 is how you can chime in on the Carbless Talking text line. List is more. We have 2 Siding Limited poll questions. The first poll question, our sports-related poll question, is which Packer player currently has the highest theoretical trade value? Right now, 55% of you say Jordan Love, 18.5% of you say Edgerrin Cooper, and then Reed and Tom both at 13%. The note here for me, and this was the exercise I wanted to do, this should be a complete slam dunk for Jordan Love. And so it just speaks to, if we did this poll a year ago,
I think
it is a
people are
100%.
Thinking, yeah, but people are still taking that contract into consideration, like you said to do.
Right, but
if there's no contract involved, people are Jordan Love's the answer.
Well,
it's a quarterback.
I love that you think everyone's answering is listening. There's no context to it. It does speak to there's no context.
I think we just have smart fans that follow us on X.
I think the perceived value of Jordan Love is a little bit lower than it was last year, and I think that's fair to say.
Fair to say.
Yeah, I don't think it means it's going to be forever. It could go up or down. But we also had another poll question at Jim, Matt, and Molly. You can follow that on Twitter as well. And our poll question was, and this one got a decent amount of responses here, Matt. I think you retweeted it. Who's at fault if when Matt Hamilton goes the wrong location for our remote broadcast right now? 71% of you say Matt Hamilton.
I'll take that.
So, and then we have the Mad City amputee with a woodchuck screaming Matt as a GIF. So,
pretty good.
Yeah, that was basically Prime when that started.
No, I was the one who had to figure out where it was. No,
but Prime's yelling for you. Where are you, Matt?
He never did that. I was the one who had said, "Where are you, Prime? And where are you going?"
All right. Well, let's play a little Tinder time. Maybe. Do we have do we have an open for this?
If you like it,
there it is.
Swipe right. If you dislike it, swipe left. It's Tinder time.
All righty, so it is
Great
time.
production value here, ladies and gentlemen. Tinder time. I really like that Tinder time, Jim.
Yes, you do. I don't know if you use it or not, but you're the only one that I'm way too old for it. I don't know about the two of you, so I don't really know. I know in theory how the app works.
You're too old for it, or yes, you've used it?
I'm too old for it.
Oh.
Well, and too married. We're also too married, but
way too married.
I've been married long enough that the app never existed.
I don't even think the app existed when I met my now wife.
It's one of those things for me where it's like, I know me and like many other Packers fans, when it comes to like the trade machine, a lot of us are very familiar with how the trade machine works, and we've used it a lot. It's not very successful for us. As I said, it's been a while since I had one of those bacon wrap dates.
So
good call. This guy.
He's on fire
you
today.
are a professional.
What can I say? It's the firecracker shrimp.
Oh, God.
All right, so
why laughing, please?
Right is good and left is bad?
Right means you want this player. Left would mean get him out of my face. I don't even want to think about it.
That's what you're thinking when you're swiping on Tinder.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of my face. What's the opposite?
Get off my screen.
Yeah. Get on my screen. All right, so we're going to start. I'm just going to run down the top 25. All right, number 1, Ronnie Staley, offensive tackle from the Baltimore Ravens.
Well, if he's number 1, I would say yes, it's probably a pretty good player.
That's where my mind went. I don't know.
I'm swiping right.
He is an all-pro level left tackle.
Yeah, I'd swipe right on that.
I would like
do you need a left tackle? You have we're playing this like you got a finite amount of funds here.
Well,
you have to sign everyone.
I would like the offensive line to be better
What
than
do you
what
want
they
me
were
to
last year.
try and parse this out?
Yeah, we don't need a left tackle. This isn't hard.
I thought it was just like.
Would you like this player on your team?
No,
yeah, I certainly would.
Good God! All right, fine. I'm gonna hold your hands here. Hey, the Green Bay Packers, the team you root for, has a finite amount of funds. Would you want the Packers to spend their money on this guy, right or left?
Left.
All right.
Last year he made about $20 million per year.
Sheesh.
All right. DJ Reed, a cornerback from the New York Jets.
Yes.
He'll be 28 starting. That's not an answer.
Swiping right.
Right.
Yes,
right.
yes, right.
Swipe
They're
I would
pretty
say right.
close.
All right. Chris Godwin,
Yes.
entering the year at age 29, wide receiver from Tampa.
I'm swiping right.
I would. Is there any context with how much we would have to pay him?
A lot. He's number 3 on the list. A lot of money. More than Devontae, most likely.
All right, Devontae's not up yet, so I'm going to swipe left on him.
You would think
That means he's more than Devontae.
Yeah, you would think probably in the 20 to 25 million per year range.
I would rather have
2 to 3
Devontae at that
years.
number.
Well, Devontae, lower number. Sam Darnold.
No.
Go ahead and trade Jordan
Swipe.
Love for
Hey, he
pick?
looked pretty good last
Swiping
year.
left. I'm swiping
Sounds like
left.
Jordan Love. All right, had a good year, and now he's going to get overpaid. Josh Sweat,
Left.
Right.
defensive
Old.
line, 20. He's 28.
Oh, I thought he was older than that. I thought he was like 30.
He's been in the league for like 7-8 years. He was drafted at about 20 years old.
Well, why are the Eagles getting rid of him? That is the question.
Because
They're
they can't pay everybody.
Yeah.
Wow.
They paid Zach Bond.
They paid Saquon Barkley.
Why are the Bucks getting rid of Godwin?
Okay, fine. I'll swipe right,
And
on him.
by the way, the Eagles are also in like real trade conversations for Myles Garrett too.
Yeah.
I mean, the Browns are saying that they're not entertaining trades, but the Eagles are going to go out of their way to try and make that happen. So they're trying to upgrade at the position as much as they can too, which was one of their positions of strength last year.
All right. Speaking of Milton Williams, defensive tackle from the Eagles, 26 years old.
Left.
He had 5 sacks and 18 pressures in 2024 on the interior line.
How many sacks did Rashawn Gary have?
Interior, though.
Like 7 or 8.
This guy's on the inside. You're not the sack.
But I think that's the point she's making.
Yes,
is
yes,
that's how
yeah.
bad it was.
All right. Khalil Mack, age 34, entering the year.
Left.
Left.
6 sacks last year. All right.
He also had 17 sacks the year before.
Yep. He also had 40. He had 41 pressures last year. So he was moving like he could run someone into Van Ness. Because Van Ness needs some help.
But isn't that that's what Rashawn Gary's there for?
Or run someone into Rashawn Gary.
Yeah,
they
true.
both need help.
Maybe Van Ness should have been on our list, too.
Charvarius Ward, 29 years old, from the 49ers, a cornerback.
I mean, we need a corner. So if
We
I
do
could
need
get
a corner, but you can't just jump at every corner that pops up
couldn't get
on
Reed.
Tinder. I'll swipe left there.
All righty.
29's too old for me and Goody's picks. For
We
players.
talked about this during the jump around. Goody likes him young.
Yeah,
it was
Oh,
it was
okay.
during a pre-show meeting.
Yes, during the
actually.
pre-show meeting. I used a phrase that we can't use on the air that I'll share with you later, but Goody likes him young. All right, Joey Bosa, edge,
No, I don't like
He's
no,
like
I'm out.
20.
30 years old.
I'm out.
Again, some of these guys are going to be cheap. Like, Mack is going to be less expensive than some of those other players. Joey Bosa will be less expensive than some of the other names on this list.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, too, is like, there's some positions I'm willing to, like, we can get like a 1 or 2 year thing, or there's, like, I don't know if edge rusher is somewhere I would, like, want to be a 2-year plan. Like, get a guy, if you're gonna go out and do it, get a guy that can be a staple of that defensive line for the next 4 years.
Well, I think the
Wide
reverse would be
receiver,
like,
I understand.
we
but need a
failed
bridge
with Van
here.
Ness and Gary, so we need to find someone to help them. Would be why you'd get a guy like this.
True.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go left on that. And see
What about
if we can.
Hassan Reddick? Missed last year. He's 30 years old.
Yeah, that was interesting. He just didn't want to play for the team, and he just held
for the
out
money.
for the
well,
Jets.
they weren't going to pay him what he wanted.
Well, yeah, I get that. I understand that.
It wasn't
but
like
they,
I want to
picked
eat
up a
bonbons and do
contract.
nothing.
Well, he traded a team, the Eagles, I believe, took his contract on, and he held out because he wanted to get paid more.
And the Eagles were trading him because he was in a holdout. Like, this is the Jets being stupid. Like, they traded for a guy who was in a holdout who wanted more money, and then they were shocked that he's like, "Well, pay me more money."
Well, they thought he'd want to play with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I'm going to swipe left.
I'm torn on this one.
Could be a steal because you're
Yeah.
probably going to get him on a discounted deal.
I'll go right because I've been saying left a lot.
All right. Couple more here. Byron Murphy, cornerback, Minnesota.
27.
I like him.
27 years
I
old.
do like him. I would go right.
6 interceptions last year.
I'll go with Molly. I'll go right.
All right, Devontae Adams.
Right.
Yeah, we're swiping right on Devontae.
Carlton Davis, cornerback from the Lions, 28 years old.
Left.
I'll go right.
He ended the year
I'll literally
injured.
take any quarterback, basically.
And then I'll go 2 more for you. Stephon Diggs, 31.
Left.
Left, yeah, probably that's Stephon.
And then Rasul Douglas, age 30.
That'd be wild to get him back too.
I'm gonna go.
What did he do?
left.
Did he do much this past year? I know the year before he did.
Let's see
Probably
here.
fine.
I don't think
5 pass breakups, full-time starter, 5 interceptions. Or no, that was in 2023.
I believe last year he missed some time with injury.
Yeah.
Or actually, it was 2 years ago he did. He
He
missed.
must have done something because he's 21st on the list here, so it's not like it's a reclamation project.
I would.
going left.
I would go right, but he'd be like a last choice kind of thing, last on the list.
Alrighty. So
Other than Devontae, is there any former Packer you'd want to re-sign, trade for? Aaron Jones, Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
I would love
Rasul
to have Aaron
Douglas.
Jones and Josh Jacobs. I still would stand by that. I would love to have both of them.
Aaron
this year.
Jones, 1 year, $5 million.
Do you think Aaron Jones, he was kind of done a little dirty on his way out. Do you think he's dying to come back here?
They'd have to treat him
I think
pretty
Minnesota
well.
treats him very well.
Yeah.
He also made comments throughout the season saying that he'd never been treated so well with the medical staff and all that stuff.
Right.
So that makes me a little.
Yeah.
Look, yes.
I would love to have him back.
There
I would
are
take him back.
consequences, and some guy. We don't know if Douglas would want to come back. We all kind of agree that there'd be some sort of goody ass tax attached to Devontae Adams.
Mm-hmm.
That like you were an ass, you got to pay me more money. So like, there could be a lot of players who are like, look, man, like we're not taking a hometown discount. In fact, we're applying a tax because Goody's an ass. You got to pay us more.
Yeah.
Which could be not great for the Green Bay Packers. What is great is J&K Security Solutions. Jeff and Kim and Jeffrey over there do a fantastic job. And Jeffrey runs a veteran-owned, locally owned, family-owned business. They will protect your home, and they will also protect your business, and they are big parts of the community. So support J&K Security Solutions. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We're going to have Tom Anderson coming up next.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, ESPN Madison on YouTube, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
At Gruber's offices, our biggest priority is the care and service we provide to our clients. We know accidents can be overwhelming, and we're here to help every step of the way. Call now. One call, that's all.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Hungry? Quick Trip's got you. No dinner plans? Food's here, and it's a pizza party. Don's pizzas are 4 for just $10. Choose from a variety of toppings. So easy and delicious. Get plenty to eat and keep your wallet happy too.
Food's here, and it's ready when you are. Quick Trip isn't just convenient, it's here to make your life easier and better.
Fuel up at your ultimate destination for snacks and meals that hit the spot. Only at Quick Trip.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after, an in-depth recap of every Bucks game in 6 minutes. No more, no less. Bucks in 6 provides game recaps for every game. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis.
Puts it on the floor, spins down the lane, and plunges it through.
Or the deep threes from Dame.
Dame time has arrived with 107.
Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Professional volleyball is in full swing from here in Madison. Don't miss a second of the action. Cheer on Love Madison Volleyball as they make history with some of the best players in the world. Olympic medalists, NCAA All-Americans, and one of the most talented rookie classes ever. This is volleyball at its highest level. Experience the excitement yourself. Get your tickets today at lovb.com. Volleyball is the next major league.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Jim, Matt, and Molly continues live from Buck and Honey's in Sun Prairie. Before we get to Tom Anderson from Buck and Honey's in Sun Prairie, Molly, Sun Prairie makes me think of the new Carbon World Health location and your excitement to check out all the great options they have at Carbon World Health just around the corner.
Yes, it's right around the corner. The Prairie Lake Shopping Center, that is their new location. They have hydrofacials, injectables, red light therapy, all the things that you can think of to get all your health and beauty wellness needs taken care of. Go check them out at the Prairie Lake Shopping Center.
We are thrilled. I am Jim Rutledge, Matt Hamilton, Molly Brown. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. We're thrilled to be joined by Tom Anderson. Tom, thanks for hopping on and chatting with us for a little bit.
Hey, thanks for coming to Sun Prairie to see us at Buck and Honey's. We love our partnership with Good Karma Brands and ESPN and you guys. And Jim, I've known you a long time, and it's you just bring a smile to my face every time I see you, man.
See, people like me, Matt Hamilton. So, Tom, we gotta ask this question.
Sounded sincere.
It is. He's a great guy.
Yeah, people like me, Matt. So how often, Tom, do people maybe make a reservation at the wrong Buck and Honey's? Because Matt, there's no wrong Buck and Honey's, but Matt went to the Monona one today and then realized that we were in Sun Prairie. He made it here in time.
That's probably on you guys or maybe Ryan.
It's probably Ryan. It's on Matt. It's on Matt.
It's on Ryan or Jesse. It's just not on me.
That's right. It's on Matt. Okay. Well, yes, it does happen. And the worst is to-go orders.
Yes.
So somebody thinks that we have this, we think it's a foolproof system on online ordering, but people still just, I don't know, it happens, and then we got to call and cancel it, and then we'll remake it for the guest. But it happens. But not too often, believe it or not. I think people are getting used to that. They screw up once, they don't want to do it twice.
Right, yeah. No, that's you screw up twice and it's on you.
I believe our own office did that when we ordered food in. Do you remember that? When we had somebody go pick it up and it was the wrong location. So, yeah. I believe it.
But then we just went and got it from the location we ordered it
We're
from.
not going to make you 20 new dishes.
Exactly.
So you have an exciting event going on tonight, though, with Jay Henry.
Yeah, we love doing events. Jay Henry Bourbon, just down the road, a great Wisconsin company, friends with Joe Henry and his family, and so it's a bourbon paired dinner, 4 courses. We got some awesome courses, and then kind of celebrating a few of his different allocations that he puts out. So we're doing that tonight. It's sold out, and that'll be from 5:30 to 8:30. But yeah, we love throwing a party every day. So that's just one of the things that we do. We try to throw events at all of the restaurants here and there. And we advertise them through 100.5 and appreciate that. But yeah, we're excited for that. And you know what else I'm excited for, you guys? Is the NFL draft.
Okay, all right, yeah.
You guys are talking about it. It's coming.
Yeah.
And we're lucky enough to be able to. We're going to be catering a couple of VIP parties down there with ESPN.
Nice.
And just be a part of that whole experience. We feel really lucky from being from Little Sun Prairie and being able to go up there and participate in that huge thing for Wisconsin. It's pretty exciting.
It is. Yeah. So are you are you excited about the pick? Are you excited about the whole draft being there? This is going to be one of the biggest events I think Green Bay has ever held. Probably the biggest when you account for, 6 million people showed up in Detroit. I don't know what's going to –
I think it was 700,000.
700,000, sorry. Detroit. And so,
Detroit.
goodness knows, if it be 500,000, I don't know if Green Bay can hold that.
Yeah. I'm not excited about the parking and what that's going to be like. And we're bringing kind of an army of people to help do this. So logistically we'll get it dialed in. But outside of that, I think the whole vibe down there. I mean, it's just going to be a huge party, right? So it's knock on wood for some weather. That'll be nice.
Right.
You never know what you're going to get in April.
Yeah, and ESPN, we're thrilled that you're going to be catering it because we're going to have a big ESPN tailgate going on with ESPN national folks there and lots of different shows going on from that. As far as the actual team, what position you want them to pick?
That's a great question. Well, I'd love them to get DeMonte.
Yes. Okay.
I've been talking about that.
Yeah.
So that might take that off the board. And then, I don't know, as protecting, Jordan Love would be awesome. I think that we could build that. And then, obviously, our our D-backs too. That's a area that everybody is concerned about too. So I don't care. I trust them a lot more than my wisdom on that word.
Yeah, you sound like Matt with that one, but Matt's on the radio, so he's supposed to have a little bit more, at least pretend you know what you're talking about.
We know why I'm on the radio. It's not because of my sports knowledge, Jim. It's because of my sports accomplishments.
It's also though.
Yes,
Look, Matt, you're a foodie, and you know Joe and the Henry family as well. So yeah, you might have to pop in and kind of say hello and see what's going on over there.
I mean, I'm super excited. I will probably sample one of the whiskeys if I see Joe. There, like you said, there is a fantastic collection they have out there, but I have done a pairing before where they have like a mixologist make the drinks for each course, and highly recommend if you ever catch another opportunity to see Jay Henry at Buck and Honey's, see what they got in store, because I'm sure it's going to be fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, we've got a bunch of cool cocktails we're making too, and it should be a fun night, man. They always are.
Well, and Matt, we always like to do this when we have people on. So you had the dates and the firecracker shrimp and the cheese curds. Which one, or do you want to talk about three? Which ones do you want to pick Tom's brain on a little bit?
Well, I mean, first of all, the cheese curds were sneaky good. I didn't like. Here's the thing: you hear like the scuttlebutt when your ears to the ground about cheese curds. You get the scuttlebutt on what cheese curds are super elite. And I've heard Buck and Honey's were good, but I haven't had them for so long. I was very pleasantly surprised with that cheese curd.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Double battered. Yep.
That is one of my biggest problems. Like, I like the light battering sometimes, but they always explode and blow out, essentially. When you have a double batter one like that and you have a good batter that maybe cornmeal?
Yeah, it's not too
texture
heavy.
to it? Yeah, it's not too heavy, but it contained the cheese.
There might be a hint of spotted cow, too.
Okay.
All right.
Nice, and then because Matt fancies himself, and he is a foodie, and he makes a lot of food at home, so he does like to try to take some of his recipes and make his own. The dates are kind of famous here as well. What do you think about the bacon wrap dates?
I mean, you can't go. It's like it's a classic starter appetizer, and when you wrap bacon around just about anything, it's going to be good. But the execution on this one is fantastic. Like, they're sticky, they're sweet, they're savory from the bacon. Like, I was very impressed with the bacon wrapped dates as well.
Thanks. Some people say you could have them for dessert.
You could,
absolutely, yeah.
That glaze is good.
Yeah, balsamic glaze gives it that sweetness for sure.
Yeah, you could even put like a little bit of vanilla ice cream with it, and then you'd have like a nice little.
The thing is, I think everybody knows if they're into shrimp, they've been to Buck and Honey's. They've had the firecracker shrimp before.
Yep.
So
I love the black sesame seed just for like presentation.
Yeah.
The black and white sesame seed, very, very nice looking on the plate.
Thank you. Nice. You see it all, man. You are a foodie. I love it.
So Tom, what should Matt try either tonight or the next time he's here, so you can kind of he can talk more about something to knock his socks off?
Well, for knocking socks off, we just had Fat Tuesday, right? So I put our jambalaya up against anybody's around.
Okay.
If you like a little heat.
Definitely.
It's nonstop. But we've got some nice new. We just have a new menu just rolled out. We rotate our menus 4 times a year.
Nice.
We do 2 kind of big rotations, but we love keeping things fresh at Buck and Honey's. You always have to bring new things for your guests. So these spicy tuna bites is an appetizer.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So it's a rice cake that we make here. A little fried rice cake. We don't keep it too heavy. With some ahi tuna, and then guacamole, and then a little jalapeno on top, and then we've got a kind of a miso glaze that we drizzle over these spicy tuna bites.
Nice.
And they're bite sized, and it's like, wow, that was worth it. So that's been a great seller that just came on the menu. I don't know, you can't go wrong here.
No.
We have a pretty extensive menu. We think we cover most palates and most budgets too, Jim.
Yep.
You know, if somebody wants to come out and have a pizza and a couple beers with their spouse or friend, they could do that for $30. But if they want to elevate the experience, we got land and sea and steak, fillets and ribeyes, and you could really find something for everybody here. We think, we hope,
absolutely.
Even Luca and Olivia. So I'm so happy to hear about your twins, Molly. That's so exciting, and it's finally nice to have you back on the air. These guys, they needed you.
Yes, we definitely
Glad
did.
to hear.
Struggle.
Well, and Tom, you got some Matt's a sneakerhead. I'm trying to become one. You got some nice shoes on tonight.
I got the Cactus Jacks tonight.
Yeah. So, I thought you'd appreciate that, Matt
Nice,
Hamilton.
excellent. Which iteration are those? Oh, wow, and you got the Which ones are those?
Mickey
The
Loaf.
green and white?
Yeah.
These are great for Bucks games.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you're wearing a shirt like this.
Yes. No, absolutely.
I mean, it's a vibe, and I'm here for it.
All right. I know. Well, your vibe is
that's always a vibe. Yeah.
You and Joe Henry, I see why you hang out with him a little bit.
Yeah, right. Both of us have that little bit of that homeless vibe, that homeless chic, if you will.
That hobo thing going on. Yeah.
Maybe a wino chic.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring it full circle.
You're not. All right, this is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Tom, thanks so much for hopping on. We got to hop in the next segment. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Thanks, guys.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
We don't speak about her.
about rivals.
We are not rivals. Yeah, me and Kay are not on the same level in the same sense that Matt thinks that the Bears and the Packers aren't on the same level.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, ESPN Madison on YouTube, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Outside In. That's what we call our outdoor South Stoughton Road. All the cool stuff you want outside in your yard displayed inside. Patios, decks, pavers, and an automated pergola, fire pit, outdoor kitchen, a putting green, and in-ground pool. Even a converting 3-season room that's either outside or inside. We are Outdoor Living Unlimited. Your outdoor living potential awaits you at our Outside In showroom, 2018 South Stoughton Road. OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Hey, it's Jesse Nelson for Madison Weight Loss. I'm here in studio with Gideon. Gideon, thanks so much for being here. Why did you join the Madison Weight Loss program?
I was struggling with weight. Finally, I reached out and they assured me that, this works. And so I decided to join the program, and I am really glad I did.
Hey, I'm glad you did too. How much weight did you lose?
I have lost a little over 50 pounds, and I did that in a 60-day program.
Wow, 50 pounds is a great number. Besides the weight, what changes have you seen in your health?
The 3 major changes that I have seen is acid reflux, heartburn, and better quality of sleep.
That's all awesome to hear. I also had a ton of success losing weight with Madison Weight Loss. What helped you be most successful working with this program?
The accountability through the tracking app that they have. You learn to eat much healthier, and at the end of it, you feel very satisfied.
And last one for you, Gideon. What would you tell someone like us who has a weight loss goal in mind and wants to think about working with the team at Madison Weight Loss?
Do it. It's absolutely worth it.
Schedule a free consultation in person or virtually at MadisonWeightLoss.com.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Finding the special healthcare resources families need just got easier. Wisconsin Wayfinder Children's Resource Network helps kids with delays, disabilities, special healthcare needs, and mental health conditions. Call toll-free 877-947-2929. Ask questions, get answers. Connect today toll-free 877-947-2929. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Jim, Matt, and Molly continues live from Buck and Honey's in Sun Prairie. I'm Jim Rutledge. He's Matt Hamilton, alongside Molly Brown in primetime Wollersheim. And we got you until 6 o'clock. Then there is Prep Mania play-by-play girls sectional semifinal. Kettle Moraine versus DeForest. Jesse Nelson, Dennis Semrau on the call. And pregame coverage will start at 6:30. And if you missed it earlier today, the jump around with me and Pablo Iglesias, we had Nolan Winter on, talk a little bit about the Badgers week and previewed what's upcoming. You can see that on ESPN Madison's YouTube. You can follow back Wisconsin On Demand, Apple, Spotify, any of those great places. Before we get to throwing stones, tell you about Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. That's where winners go. Winners go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Go be a winner. Millions of dollars are won every single weekend at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. So go be a winner and go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. All right, let's throw some stones.
Some takes are cooler than others.
You know this kid is as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Some opinions are just cooler than the rest.
That was cooler than being cool. Ice cold.
And if you keep it chill, then it's a cold take.
Chill out. I'm chill. I'm chill as a cucumber, man. I'm always the coldest.
This is Throwing Stones, presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's chillest Kia dealership.
Yeah, guys, and there's been a lot of stones thrown down in the city of Dallas recently. Not for the NFL team, the NBA.
Okay.
For the first time, for once down in Dallas. Because we haven't really talked about it much yet, guys. Since the Luka Doncic trade, things have only gotten worse for the Mavs. So Field Yates had a tweet 2 days ago, and this was after the news of Kyrie Irving tearing his ACL in a game on Monday. In the last 30 days, the Mavs have traded Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis, had Anthony Davis on the floor for 31 minutes before he got hurt, lost their starting center Daniel Gafford to a knee injury for at least 6 weeks, with Derek Lively already out due to injury, and now they've lost Kyrie Irving for the season due to a torn ACL. Oh, and last night they just got destroyed by the Bucks by 30 as Giannis cruised his way to his 20,000th point.
And the Bucks' highest scoring game of the season.
Highest scoring game of the season. Now the Bucks are a season high 11 games above 500.
Triple-double for Porter, right?
Triple-double for Kevin Porter, too?
Yeah.
I didn't even see that. Everything was going the Bucks' way in that game because nothing is going the Mavs' way, guys. And I know, Molly, you and I were talking about this in the office a little bit earlier today, too. I know you had a soft spot in your heart for Dallas fans?
I mean, I just feel bad for them. Like, it's unbelievably sad. I can't imagine we talk a lot about the relationship that the Packers fans have with Brian Gutekunst and the, not ownership, but the GMs and all that. That it's just sad. Like, I can't imagine how it feels to be a Mavs fan. I can't imagine having your star player that you thought was going to be with your team for the rest of his career just get traded away for nothing. And then all these other things are happening. Like, they were in the finals last year. I think we forget that. Like, they were in the finals last year, and I think they were a better team this year than they were last year up until Luka Doncic got traded. It's just crazy to me. I feel so bad for them. Like, if I'm thinking about it in Packers terms, can you imagine? Like, it would be devastating.
Like, yeah.
It'd be like trading Aaron Rodgers, but then Jordan Love was terrible. Like, that would have been like
trading Aaron Rodgers after his, third year. Fourth year.
True, but even though you weren't that far away from it, that when Aaron Rodgers was traded, if Jordan Love came out and laid an egg, it would have been a gut punch.
But I think Matt brings up a good point.
No, I agree. It's worse because it's early. Yeah, yes.
And then 10 other bad things happening to the Packers.
Right. I mean, we've experienced injury-plagued seasons for the Packers, but when you throw that cherry on top of losing,
giving away
generational talent,
giving away,
because that's the other part of this. The Luka trade is one thing. If they somehow convince the Bucks to trade the Giannis for Luka, okay, now you feel all right, a little different generational star, maybe a little bit further along, or you went to a different team and you got maybe some young up and coming players that are not quite as good as Luka, but you got a couple of them that you felt like you could build around with Kyrie. But Anthony Davis was an oft-injured player who, okay, maybe his peak is close to Luka. He's on the same tier as Luka, but he's very rarely at his peak. And Kyrie, again, there's ways you could sell it, but just the trade was so bad. The way that they didn't shop Luka around, you could have gotten so much more. Luka would have been an all-time haul for the Mavericks. At worst case, just picks upon picks like OKC. But I think there are so many teams that would have given up legitimate star players for Luka.
I mean, how are you feeling if you're Klay Thompson too?
Yeah.
Like you've got to feel left behind, left in the dust. Like you've got to feel horrible if you're him. I can't
this is the
imagine.
guy who Nico Harrison, the GM, was notorious for possibly giving the worst presentation to an athlete in Nike history or maybe sports history. That he had to do a presentation for Seth Curry to try to get him to join Nike, and he called him Steph. I'm sorry, he tried to get Steph Curry to join. He called him Seth, he called him Stephen, and also used a template of a Kevin Durant PowerPoint that he didn't fully clean up.
Oh my god!
So it was such a bad presentation that pushed Curry towards Under Armour.
And guys, we've been talking a lot about season tickets going up for Green Bay Packers fans. Season tickets for the Mavs just went up by 8%, is what they just announced. You're going to raise your ticket prices for your fans that you are doing nothing for.
When it's already really hard to get fans to show up to NBA games.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I mean,
well, again, I don't. I mean,
that's a tough one.
I know it's I don't know if across the board. I feel like some cities.
It's across the board. I mean,
Okay.
Dallas too. Even it's not easy for any fan base outside of probably the Lakers, the Knicks, like the real marquee Tiffany brands. Like fans don't show up to games on a regular basis.
Can we
for
talk
most
about what's
teams.
really going on here, though?
What's that?
Instead of looking at this topical, they're losing players and the price of tickets are going up. The big picture is the owner of the Mavs wants to move to Vegas.
Yeah.
So they are making it impossible to make money for the Mavericks right now. You get rid of your star that could have had another decade or more in your building. Would have had a statue right next to Dirk by the end of his career. You have oft injured players that you trade for. You completely ruin the trust that you have built with your fans, and then what do? 8% more per game? All because the Mavs and Dallas as a city wouldn't let the owner build a casino attached to their new stadium that they proposed. So I think
I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I'm in on it.
I think the real answer is we're getting our Dallas Mavericks fans upset.
But wait,
so when we
why-
move to Vegas,
Why do
Real
they
life
have to get
Major
them
League.
upset? They can just ride out the lease and go. And then wouldn't you want to take Luka and have a star when you go to a new city? Would that make more sense? You don't have to. The fans don't matter. You can just let your lease run out and go.
you got
So
second
why would you have
place.
to
So
have
if you're making money, there's not a real good.
But they don't have to
reason
have a
do
reason.
it.
But they don't
She's
have to have a
showing
reason.
You have a reason.
But you don't have to have a reason. You can just go.
There could
I
be
don't
some
think it's
bylaws.
as easy as just
Yeah.
picking up and go.
There-
But there's not a bylaw that says I mean, they would have to fall off a cliff.
They're
They're
certain-
trying to.
Exactly.
They still
the
have
point.
Kyrie, and they brought it. If they're trying to, then they
They
would
don't
have
have
brought
Kyrie.
picks.
Towards ACL.
Well, what did they tear her ACL too?
Yeah, they
and
might
then
have poured
kick
some water.
I
Anthony
don't know.
Davis
It's
in the
called
knee.
planned obsolescence, Jim.
This is honestly, it's such it's an inane, it doesn't make any sense.
What did we talk about at the beginning of the show?
They might want to go to Vegas, but they don't have to tank the team to
No,
go to
but
Vegas.
what did we talk about at the beginning of the show with Matt showing up late on purpose, or with a husband not?
Weaponizing competence.
Weaponizing competence. That's what it is.
That's
it's
what they're doing.
weaponizing competence.
There you go.
So they
Patrick
could-
Dumont.
Good
Yeah,
callback, bringing it full circle.
trying to get the heck out of Dodge, or in this case, Dallas.
Going to Mavericks Monona.
And it's worth noting that this insane rumor was enough that the principal owner and the governor of the Mavericks shot it down and said this is not even remotely close
Of course
to
they did.
Well, of course, conspiracy theorists.
They don't want to.
The whole
Yeah, why would they? Yep, that's right.
Yeah, right. The whole point of conspiracy theories is when you shoot it down, it's well, of course you would. So
Yeah, exactly.
congratulations.
Deny. You just make yourself look more
Kyrie
guilty.
a flat earther?
What's that?
Oh,
Isn't Kyrie
yeah.
a flat earther?
Kyrie's got Kyrie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
he's
You
we're
can
gonna-
see
we're
New
gonna
York
be
from
friends.
his place in
So
Dallas.
jump in with the anti-vax flat
No,
earther
no,
Kyrie.
no,
well,
no.
that's him too. Yeah.
I was just talking about flat earther.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you pick and choose. You're insane.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what I feel like. we are
Kyrie
right now.
would fit in Las Vegas.
For sure.
He feels like a Vegas guy.
He fits in Texas too.
It fits better in Vegas.
Do we not see the news in Texas?
No. Look, I understand some of the.
I don't get Texas news, actually.
No,
No.
I just think Kyrie is a
Well,
guy.
if you do, you get the measles. Is what would happen.
Kyrie would just fit more on the sideshow of the strip. I would say.
Gotcha.
Do you think he's just hanging out on the strip?
I could see it.
Handing out those cards that you
Well,
get?
not being somebody who works on the strip, but hanging around. Yes.
So, who put together the show sheet today?
I did that one.
Yeah, it was mad.
While
Well,
he
I
was
was
at
at-
the bar.
So I don't know if this is Jesse Nelson giving you false information, and I don't know if Hopper is giving me false information, but I got a text from our teammate Hopper who said that the game tonight is Kettle Moraine versus Wanakee.
Ooh.
But so who?
DeForest and
That's
Wanakee
a
are very similar.
Yeah,
They're right by each other.
Pittsburgh, Verona.
That's a prime. That would be a prime time mistake right there. I will say, DeForest Wanakee, I mean, that is an easy mistake, right, Matt?
Yeah.
There's only one Wanakee in the world.
And it's right next to DeForest.
I can't believe there's more than one DeForest, but I wonder how many places there are in like Wanakee just decided to glom onto. There's only one Wanakee in the world, but like there are a lot of places in Wisconsin that like there's more than one of these.
There's only one Economawak.
Right?
There's got to be only one.
Yeah, if they have like a French/Native American name, it's probably only Wisconsin.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Is there like an Oshkosh, New York? You think?
There probably is. That
There's
one
gotta
doesn't
be
sound
another
too far
Oshkosh.
off.
Really?
Look it up on your weather app, then it'll tell you.
Yeah. Perfect.
Just
Big weather. Big weather.
There's a Beaver Dam, Kentucky.
Unbelievable. Really?
Jim doesn't believe in weather.
And I know it because of the weather app. Because it always comes up as Beaver Dam, Kentucky.
Goodness gracious. All right, it's Jim, Matt, and Molly presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Who just Who was that?
That was Molly.
Okay.
Molly's a snorter, and she makes weird noises when she laughs.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, ESPN Madison on YouTube, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Look, we all know that as we age, our bodies change. But Carbon World Health can help. They have a process of testosterone replacement therapy that includes a diagnostic exam and blood tests to assess your hormone levels to make sure that they are optimal for you, not optimal for your age. Carbon World Health can help you increase your energy, focus, and overall health with their approach to hormone therapy. It's all about quality of life for you. Learn more at carbonworldhealth.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
One word captures why so many businesses choose to do business with James Imaging Systems. Local. Local business technology. Local support. Local accountability. Listen to James' client Daniel Bertelson, RE/MAX Preferred CEO.
James Imaging is one of the vendors that we use to move all of our documents and set up networks and utilize their equipment for scanning and storage purposes.
Local support works for James' client Josh Gabel, Service Manager with Kirsch Appliance.
Yeah, things happen. They can come out and fix it and leave us to what we're needing to do.
Jennifer Wilger, Purchasing Manager with Baker Manufacturing, likes the local accountability from the James Imaging Systems people.
They're an absolutely wonderful partner for us. They go above and beyond.
Local business technology, local support, local accountability. Get it all from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com.
American Family Insurance is a lot like Captain America. He protects the world.
It's just doing my job.
And we help protect your dreams with amazing auto and home coverage. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com. And see Marvel Studios' Captain America Brave New World.
Suit up. We need to move.
In theaters February 14th. This film is not yet rated.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Madison's financial challenges need a Dane County-based bank. Starion Bank is a full-service community bank that delivers quality big bank services with a local approach. We are proud to be there for any budding entrepreneur or small businesses, helping them exceed their financial goals from banking to lending to cash management. Visit a banker at one of our convenient branches in Middleton, Monona, or Sun Prairie. Starion Bank, taking you farther.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
God knows I am
reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on. I need her, my babies.
woke up looking for the broccoli. High key, keep a horn on me.
Should we just jam for this whole song? Just let it ride out. Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue. You know what to do.
And that's Crush. Coors Light.
The song is perfect for me. It's got the hard rap from Kendrick, but it's got like a 70s sort of throwback, which is how 90s hip-hop did. They did a lot of references to like funk music and like computerized techno music from the 70s, like Roger Troutman, George Clinton did a lot of that. This one's more of like a 70s club song that he bites, and then it's just got like a fun bass beat underneath it. Makes you want to dance, and it's got a good pace to it. My whole thing, Matt, I'm going to sound like old man, Drake specifically, but a lot of the newer rap is slow. Mm-hmm. It just is like we mumble rap over an R&B beat, and it's just too slow for my I guess what I liked about it. Because when I was coming up, like it seemed like you listened to a little more like angsty, like Green Day, or you listen to hip hop too. But then people like heavy metal, like you're coming up, you have this sort of like I want some energy, I want some juice to it, and I gravitated towards hip hop. I liked Green Day and some of those other ones, and some of the heavy metal, but it was probably heavy hip hop. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, hip hop became sort of this weird like. I don't like it. Just we're gonna talk over an R&B beat, sort of thing.
Yeah, not much of a ballad guy. The slow-paced songs, not really my jam.
There's very few for rap on that. Molly Brown, Primetime, Will or Shine. We're all at Buck and Honey's in Sun Prairie. Molly, you were nodding your head. You
No, I was agreeing with you, Jim. But I was also thinking that your outfit today kind of reminds me of the outfit that Kendrick had at the Super Bowl. Just like jeans and blue.
I think if I put on, I feel
maybe
like if I put on his jacket, I could kind of
be a little bit closer. Yeah, you have like a Letterman on though, kind of, right?
Yeah. I saw this when we were out at a different location. I saw someone wearing this Buck shirt. So
there you go.
Yeah, I like it.
Did you guys ever wear jeans like Kendrick wore, like the flare jeans? Would you ever wear those?
I did. When I was a kid.
I definitely had.
My jeans were definitely way too big at the bottom.
Yeah, Jinko jeans was what I had.
I never had Jinkos, but
yeah,
I had boot cuts. Boot cut was very popular.
I would say I feel like I'm too short for it, but like Kendrick Lamar's shorter than I am, because I feel like when you flare out, you look even shorter. You look like you got no legs. So like, I'm not a poet. Like,
but it also looks like you couldn't get pushed over.
Right. True. So like
thick base.
I think with fads. There's just like a line where you're trying too hard. So for me, if I wore them, I'm just trying too hard to like roll with the fad, as opposed to, and some of them just aren't. I think at some point, as you age, you'll be like, I'll adapt to this fad, and I'm going to keep it. Like I don't know how I'm supposed to do my socks. I don't like to show socks, so like I'm always going to wear. If I'm wearing shoes, I'm going to try to have the lowest cut sock I can have to the shoe I'm wearing. I think showing socks is kind of ridiculous, and I think that's dorky. But, like, I'm not saying it's in style or not. I just don't want to do it. And so, and it's just going to, like, that's not a major one. There's just certain things where I'm never going to be wearing baggy jeans again. Like, I would want the tighter jeans because I don't want to look bigger than I am. I don't want to look slovenly. Like, so, again, it's more of, I'm not saying it's in or not out of style. It's just for me.
Oh, I totally understand.
Yeah, so,
That's apparently, like, skinny jeans aren't cool. All in my closet, all skinny jeans. Apparently, the middle part's not cool. Middle part, got it. Like, I get you.
Anyone here ever roll with leather pants?
Oh, I did.
Any point in your lives?
Oh, wait. Oh, I was
Jim?
just about to embarrass myself.
Well, please go on.
I did, and then when I went to the All-Star weekend, I got really sick.
Oh,
so I don't have leather pants.
Leather stains pretty well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like Forrest Gump, and that's all I got to say about that.
I'm a bottomless pit.
That
was good, right? That was good.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, leather just, I don't think it'd go well with me. I feel like
Ross from Friends.
Yeah.
Just like.
But also, like, I don't know, I have leg hair. I just think that goes well with leather. I just can't imagine that being good.
Right. Is that like your go-to outfit on the weekends?
My leather fit? Yeah.
Not when he goes out.
Not leather pants. Leather mask. Is what
leather mask.
Okay. Gotcha.
Leather mask is a safe word.
No safe word.
That's what she said.
Snickle Fritz.
Matt, any leather pants for you?
No leather pants in my life, unfortunately.
You seem like you would, though.
Oh, totally would. I just, you know how much leather pants cost?
Well, that's where you get leather, like fake leather.
But Matt won't do that. Like,
No.
Matt has to go all.
That's poser. Yeah, exactly.
You're still a poser if you own one pair of leather pants that you wear once. You're still a poser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I don't have.
Yeah. All right.
I got a leather hat.
Yeah, that was a thing for a minute. Was leather hats, sports hats.
Gross.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We're presented by Coors Light. We're back at it tomorrow.
See ya.
You're back at the gym. Your new gym outfit? On point. Your new sneakers? Baller. You've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you.